Hi, welcome to the Calgary Herald Yoga video series. My name is Jo. So this month is February, and February is really a time for us to turn inside, especially in this part of the world we live in, where our daylight hours are shortened. This is the month that has the least amount of daylight hours. And with that comes that innate feeling of staying indoors and being cozy and just turning inside. And we can't ignore that. Like, that's just a natural, innate thing that we feel. So this is an excellent time to begin a meditation practice, and I'm sure you've been intending to do that for a while. We hear a lot about meditation. You Google it, there's going to be tons of things that come up, lots of videos to help you, and there's lots of books. But for this month, I just want you to think of 5 easy, no, I'm not going to say easy, I'm going to say simple steps, 5 simple steps that you can use to just help you begin to build your meditation practice. And the first one is to sit comfortably. So I'm sitting up on a bolster, which is just a big pillow. You want to lift yourself up high enough so that your hips are above your knees, and that's going to give you a more comfortable seat. If sitting on the floor isn't something you do or something it's not comfortable for you, then sit on a chair, sit on, maybe not the couch because you want a harder surface, but go ahead and sit yourself up high. A nice thing too is I'm right against the wall, I'm just going to lean against the wall. And then it just takes all the, I don't have to worry about keeping myself upright. If lying down would feel better for you, you just don't want to let yourself fall asleep, then you can do that too. There's no really hard, fast rules. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to close your eyes, right? And so that sounds so simple, just close your eyes. There's more to it, and I'll talk you through to that. Number 3 is going to be soften your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop. So most of us are up here most of the time, and until we really take the time to let the shoulders go, it doesn't really happen. So that's number 3. And number 4 is to relax your breath. And so that's just your opportunity to get to know your breath and let it be calm. Yeah. And number 5 is to be still. And if we follow those 5 rules, or 5 simple steps, not rules, 5 simple steps, it just gives us something to follow so that we know how to ground and to sit and to be calm. And then what happens when we take the time to sit is that busy mind, we all have it, that overactive mind that's coming in all the time, that's talking about, like, from what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow, tonight, to an email you need to send, groceries, like anything that's on your mind is going to just keep coming up. And so the work here, the idea about meditation, is to begin to notice those thoughts that travel through. And it's not that we're going to sit and those thoughts are going to disappear. That's the practice. That's the reason we sit. Is so eventually, over time, we learn how to direct our awareness back to the flow of our breath. And we learn to release the thoughts a little bit at a time. And it takes time. It's never perfect, no matter how many years or time or how much work you take into your meditation practice. It's work every time. That's why we call it a practice. It's not perfect. And so we learn to direct the awareness back to the breath and let the thoughts go. And so it's an invitation to let the mind relax. And that's what we need in this world, especially where we live. We have very busy lives. We have very busy minds, not as active bodies. And so that's the idea of tying it with a yoga practice, is that you take that inertic body and that very vibrant mind and we kind of turn it so that the body becomes more vibrant and the mind will become, I want to say inertic. I don't mean, when I say mind, I'm not talking intelligence. I'm talking just what's going on in here. I'm not talking intelligence, and I'm not talking about, you're just going to just let the thoughts go. So sitting here, as I've kind of lit my candles, I have my music on, I have a blanket over my knees, I could throw it over my shoulders like a shawl. I have a little bit of aromatherapy, and it's just kind of nice. Like, so if you find a scent you like, you can just put a couple drops in your palm, and then you just rub your hands together, if you like it, and just take a nice breath in to begin. And I'm just going to let my hands rest on my thighs. You can have your palms up or down. You can take your hands together into your lap, touch your thumbs together, whatever feels good for you. And then I'm going to lean against the wall and just close your eyes. And let the shoulders drop. And settle into your breath. Let your face relax. And be still. So breathing in and out through the nose. And even directing your inner gaze towards your third eye, that space between your eyebrows. And as you direct your gaze there, the eyes will drop a little bit more into their sockets and the eyelids will become heavier. And even letting the lower jaw separate from the upper jaw a little bit. Just let your mouth be relaxed. And your tongue is resting in the mouth, and the tip of the tongue may just be touching that space behind your front teeth, the roof of the mouth. And just feel your breath as you breathe in and out. And even as you breathe in, just feel the rising and the falling. And just letting yourself be here. So as you settle in, I'm going to encourage you to just push pause on the video and just sit for as long as feels comfortable. Don't worry about time. Over time, your time will get longer, that you can stay here, and you could also find yourself a meditation timer. There's lots of apps available. And you could start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just slowly build up. And you'll see how you feel at the end. And as you practice your meditation, you'll notice changes filter into your life. So thank you so much. Namaste.